Been at Foundations for a little over a year. I'm a case manager. So I was 13 when I started with these substances. If it came across my way, I was more than likely saying yes instead of no. It was just, I never had the push really to want to even be clean. So my life was just really unmanageable. There for a very long time, when I was involved in a relationship for about 7 years, I would dabble here and there with more serious drugs, but marijuana was the thing that really kept me in its stronghold. I felt guilty trying to leave the relationship because there had been multiple times where that person would threaten suicide, so it kind of kept me trapped in that fear. And at the end of the relationship, that's when the drugs became more serious in my life. I used them as an escape. I was constantly working. I never wanted to come home, and I was hiding things from him all the time until ultimately it ended our relationship. So at the end of my ropes, I was living back at my parents', and I was doing okay for a little bit until I started getting antsy. Then I was living dishonestly again. I was taking my mother's car, going to places when I would tell her I was doing something else, and then I would go get high. And it just got to the point where I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I wanted to be able to be on my own feet. I wanted to be able to provide for myself again. And I didn't want the weight of my parents and their disappointment on my shoulders anymore. So I asked my higher power, like, I need a physical sign. And some voice in my head told me to go downstairs and listen to what my parents had playing on the TV. It was a movie. So I went downstairs, I sat on the couch, and seconds later, I was not there for very long, the first words that came across the screen: you need to put your pride to the side and get in contact with your brother. So I immediately jumped off the couch, ran right back upstairs. I texted my brother, and that night he called me and he told me about a program that has helped many women. I am 4 years, 7 months, and 11 days clean. So my day-to-day looks like me coming in. We check our houses that we get assigned to us. So we just make sure that the chores are being completed, and then I will usually send out a schedule that works for me and gives them an opportunity to schedule something that works for them as well. So we meet with our clients once a week, and I like to spend the entire hour, and I give them my undivided attention. I definitely take mental notes of like where they're at, and I will also be sure to meet them where they're at, because I always needed somebody to meet me where I was at when I came into recovery. No judgment, no expectations, no disappointment. And I would just have to tell them, I see you, I've been where you've been, and I know that you can only do this for yourself when you are ready. Nobody else can make you do it. But when that decision comes, here's my number.